Elon Musk has got himself a new baby mama.
He's been a very busy boy.
Yeah, so I don't know much about this, but it's been going around Twitter. So I thought we'd have a look and learn together.
All I know is that this is meant to be his 13th kid.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, he's got 3 sets of twins, a set of triplets, and 3 single kids, and this one is meant to be the 13th, but we don't know as well if Amber Heard's baby is Elon's.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids. It's lucky he's got all that money.
He really needs to invest in some dingers. That's what he needs to do.
Well, like I was saying to you before, I don't think he cares. He's on like the vinegar stroke, right? And he just thinks, do I pull out? Or do I just do like another hour's work to pay for the kids' upbringing? Yeah, so anyway, this chick's called Ashley St. Clair.
Oh, I've heard of her on Twitter.
Yeah, she's like an influencer or something. I don't know much about her, as I said, but we're going to have a look at it. Now, I think we've got a sponsor. Do we have a sponsor?
I think we do.
We'll soon find out. Let's go! Joe Rogan's known for his MMA fighting. He's in extremely good shape and he's doing well health-wise at the tender age of 57. One of the supplements he's talked about is NMN.
What is NMN? Good question. So let me take a quick step back.
Sure.
So about 20 years ago, Lenny Guarente and a team of us at MIT discovered a set of genes that controls aging in yeast cells, just brewer's yeast, what you find in beer and bread. And those genes are called sirtuins, and there are 7 of them in our bodies, 5 in yeast. And what they do is they protect all organisms on the planet, plants, bacteria, humans, from deterioration and disease. They're like the Pentagon. They sense when we're hungry, sense when we're exercising, and they send out the troops to defend us. So when you put more of these genes into a yeast cell or a mouse, they'll live longer, between 5 to 20% longer. And so we think that these genes are responsible for the effects of dieting and exercise, which is great. What that means is we can now mimic that with molecules. So NMN is one of those molecules, so is resveratrol.
So with NMN, you get improved energy, weight management, anti-aging, and endurance and strength. Every bloke knows you've got to be strong and mentally aware. So check out NMN and resveratrol. The two go hand in hand, and Black Forest has both. NMN is going to help your body produce NAD+, which starts firing up all those abilities you had as a young fella. The ones you don't have anymore because you've aged. You might have a pot belly, you might have creaky knuckles, wrinkly skin, the list goes on. Well, this works towards undoing all of that. Check it out at blackforestsupplements.com/bearing. They're running a special buy 2, get 1 free 48-hour discount for my viewers. That's blackforestsupplements.com/bearing. Okay, so on February 15th, Ashley St. Clair came out with this tweet.
All right, in the words of Ashley, fill me in.
She says, alia lacta est, which apparently is Latin for the die is cast.
Oh, such pompous pricks use Latin. It's a dead fucking language. You just use it to sound all high and mighty.
Yeah, apparently it means like, this is a decision I can't take back. There's no turning back now. The die is cast.
Yeah, okay.
So she puts out this statement. It says, 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father.
Whoa! Just right out with it.
I have not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days it's become clear that tabloid media intends to do so, regardless of the harm it will cause. I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment. For that reason, I ask that the media honour our child's privacy and refrain from invasive reporting. And there's 2 interesting things about this statement.
Okay.
Firstly, it's got this sign off at the bottom. It says media, Brian Glicklich Digital Strategy Limited. So she's got a fucking PR guy to announce that she's given birth, which is weird.
She's got a strategist.
Yeah, a media strategist. And the second thing, and this is a big speculation on my part, this tweet was published on February 15th. Who didn't get a bunch of flowers?
Wait. So did she just announce this to Elon on Twitter?
I don't know. I don't think so.
So he knew?
Yeah, so I believe he knew, but the rest of the world didn't know. Yeah, so I found that intriguing. Like, was she waiting for some grand gesture, some grand act of romance, maybe a marriage proposal or something like that?
She's pissed.
She's a woman scorned, perhaps?
She wanted to trap Elon with a baby into marrying her.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because this tabloid media she's talking about, I'm pretty sure is Milo Yiannopoulos.
Whoa.
Yeah, Milo, for some reason, does not like this chick. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking bring you down in flames, bitch.
Oh, shit.
So he's released all this shit on her, right? He puts out this tweet saying, Ashley St. Clair plotted for half a decade to ensnare Elon Musk.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what Elon said.
Oh, shit.
So he's got a screenshot of this tweet from apparently 2020. It starts off, it's bit cut off, but it says, I need to get Elon Musk's attention for a marriage proposal, please, Greg. And then this fella, Greg Price, says he's got a kid with a woman already. Seems unlikely to work out. And Ashley replies he's actually got 7 kids and he goes through women pretty fast.
And you were the next stop on the train line.
Yeah, so Elon Musk has responded, whoa. But then this gets juicier. Here's Elon's response just saying, whoa.
Oh, she replied.
And Ashley replied, she says, Elon, we've been trying to communicate with you for the past several days, and you have not responded. When are you going to reply to us instead of publicly responding to smears from an individual who just posted photos of me in underwear at 15 years old?
Oh no, Elon done fucked a crazy bitch.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. I mean, she's hiring fucking publicists. She's like calling him out publicly.
She's going to rock up in the middle of the night at Elon's apartment and like key his car or some shit.
Yeah, so as I said, I don't know much about this saga. I don't think Elon's like said too much else about this. But Jeremy's been making waves about this. He was kind of mad that like a lot of conservative people were saying, oh, congratulations, Ashley. I think Jeremy's stance was like, hey, you're meant to be conservatives. What the fuck are you doing? It's a single mother. This is haram sort of thing.
Yeah.
Here he says nearly every single conservative influencer is congratulating a twice single mum on yet another out-of-wedlock child with a man who has zero intention of marrying her. Elon is degenerate and shares criticism for his actions too. I see you all in the replies, you're pathetic. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from. He's sort of saying, hey, conservatives, you preach all this conservative shit. What the fuck are you doing? Rah, rah, rah. I personally don't actually have a problem with the situation. Like, I'm not that conservative kind of thing. I've actually got a mate. You know him. I've got a good mate who has a kid with a chick who he didn't want to marry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't want to get married. And she was like in her late 30s and she wanted a kid.
Yeah, the old clock was ticking away.
Yeah, the egg carton was drying up. But they had a kid. She's well adjusted. She does well at school. She lives with her mum half the time and with her dad half the time. It's a situation that worked in that instance.
Obviously, the ideal instance for me anyway would be to live with both of your parents.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't think Jeremy really likes Ashley either. He goes on to say, Ashley St. Clair is a Twitter e-girl who turned it into a $15,000 a month apartment and a free Cybertruck. You've got to admire that's one heck of a come up.
Jeremy, are you just mad that she got the free Cybertruck and that you had to shill out for yours?
Yeah, but he didn't have to take a load from Elon either.
No, that's true, that's true.
So he posted this thing, I don't know where it's from, but it says St. Clair moved about a year ago into a swanky Manhattan apartment, costing an estimated 12 to 15 grand a month. One resident of the exclusive condo tower, which has been home to VIPs and celebrities, said St. Clair was the first person he knew to get a Tesla Cybertruck, and he wondered how the young influencer afforded it. So yeah, Jez has been on a bit of a rampage about this. Like I said, I didn't know much about her, so I thought I'd do a bit of looking, see what she's about, and I found this clip from Trigonometry. You know, the Trigonometry podcast?
No, I can't say I do.
It's with Konstantin Kisin and Francis Foster.
Okay.
So in this clip, they're talking about like the Andrew Tates of the world and the super red pill dudes and shit. And you know, whether it's healthy for society, that sort of thing, should women vote, etc.
Okay.
The fundamental thing that I think we can all agree with is when people have these conversations, I think to myself, number one, you're a moron. Let's be brutally honest about it. And number two, you're not a serious person, because we have got very serious problems within our society that need dealing with. You've just touched on one of them, the cultural element of young men lacking role models, lacking direction, feeling purposeless. Why are we not talking about that? And why are you talking about the fact that if a woman doesn't get married by the age of 30, she's barren, dry, and all the rest of it, and fundamentally undesirable? Don't clip that. It's not what I think.
Let me just say, that's the most amount of words I've ever seen that say. Usually Konstantin Kisin hogs the floor, and that guy just sits there and like nods. This is a clip someone made that just sums it up perfectly.
So I don't see this as a conservative versus not conservative issue. This to me is, it's like, it's a mind virus, this stuff. It really is.
I think you're right. It's not necessarily political. I don't know whether an army should reflect society.
I don't give a shit if it reflects society. I don't care. I want the army to be good at doing its job. Why does every institution have to be a tool of...
What am I doing on this show?
Social engineering, effectively, right?
What is my purpose here? Does anybody know?
Yeah, so I'm not going to play all that clip. It's linked in the description. But it ends like this. It's fucking classic.
Sorry, Francis. I just
go for it.
To follow up on that. We, as far as I didn't know you had this here. I don't know if we have in the UK. We did have
Says it all, doesn't it? It's a bit of a Batman and Robin complex.
Yeah, so he's arced up and actually said something for once in his fucking life. I don't have any hate for Francis. I think he's a good guy. But yeah, he usually doesn't speak that much. Anyway, we've gotten sidetracked. Back to Ashley St. Clair.
Because it's attention porn, right? It's more attractive to watch, and very much society hasn't changed that it's really fun to watch a witch be burned at the stake, right? It's really fun to watch this humiliation of women on shows like the Whatever podcast.
I'm sorry, but the way they both went in tandem is the most soy fucking thing I've ever heard.
Right? It's really...
We're not here to bash on trigonometry. They're okay, I guess.
No, you don't have to, but I don't know these cunts, and that was soy.
So she's saying things like the Whatever podcast are just humiliation porn.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but so what? It's entertaining.
Yeah, they've got their equation. Find the dumbest, most sluttiest bitch and bring them on.
Yeah, I actually rate the Whatever podcast. I think it's funny as fuck.
Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear.
Yes.
If God wanted you to do OnlyFans, then what would Satan want you to do?
To stop doing OnlyFans?
Yeah, why do you think he'd want you to stop?
Because I love making sexual content.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you think that God, his preference would be that you continue to make sexual content on your OnlyFans?
Yes. He wants me to do it.
You have these women who they know, they're just OnlyFans models. They're not exactly the brightest bulbs in the bunch. They're not bringing them on for intellectual conversation. They're bringing them on for this humiliation porn.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The chicks want to go on the podcast.
Exactly. They want the exposure.
Yes, spot on. They've got something to gain too. So they go on, they think I can act like the fucking dumb bimbo. Dudes are going to be like, oh my God, she's hot. Let's go to her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Now whether or not that works, I don't know. But they're not like innocent little lambs that are just being bullied. That's bullshit.
No, they just want more wank subscribers.
Yeah.
And I think that's become really attractive and rewarded in algorithms. This sort of nastiness, this division of the sexes is rewarded a lot more than talking about what you or I or so many people might find more important. For example, what's something you might find more important than the gender divide? You could name a plethora of things. The issue in this country and the world and the West is not the division of the sexes. We're not going to look back and define this era by the division of the sexes or by the female era. We're never going to call it that.
So she thinks people should be talking about more important things, things that are more interesting. What if we just want to be entertained? You know what I mean? People aren't watching the Whatever podcast for their philosophical fucking insights.
Yeah, there is an extreme side to this whole manosphere culture thing, but I think it is important to look at how we got there.
What do you mean?
Well, what have women done in the last 10 years or 20 years to contribute to this? Are we just going to pretend that we're all innocent little lambs to this? When every day, I can't imagine it. Imagine you going to school in your time and being constantly told that you're toxic for being a male and that you owe women the world.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's going to, I don't care what you say, that's going to create resentment.
Yeah, good point. Anyway, she goes further. So in that last clip, she's saying, oh, it's all fucking toxic and these fucking things on YouTube and my God, what are we gonna do? You shouldn't be talking about that. You should be talking about things that I find interesting.
Yeah, there are more important things in the world to talk about. That's fine. Some people are interested in different topics.
Yeah, but then she goes on to say this.
Why is all of this content allowed on YouTube?
Fuck you, that's why.
The banning of the content on YouTube.
Yeah, see, I'm really starting to not like this chick. I mean, misogyny's like one of the best parts of YouTube, let's face it.
Yeah. And internalized misogyny. Yeah, I didn't really like her back at the fucking Latin pretentious shit.
Yeah.
It just seems to be getting worse.
Yeah, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. Why is this stuff allowed on YouTube? Shut the fuck up.
YouTube, who has been, at the forefront of we need to protect those who are, a protected class. And women typically fall into that class.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. Women are a protected class. Fuck off.
my dick.
Did you just say suck my dick?
Yeah, hypothetically, obviously.
I mean, she's starting to sound like a fucking feminist. She's like the conservative feminist, and she's shitting me up the wall.
Protected class, come on. Oh, we have to protect the poor women's on the internet from being called sluts and shit, even if they really are sluts who do OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden is all of this content allowed on YouTube that is terribly misogynistic, that's terribly degrading to women, calling women 304, saying they shouldn't vote?
Hang on, calling a woman a 304 and saying she shouldn't vote. Bitch, that's like misogyny light.
The first part of it is true.
Yeah, some of these chicks are 304s. Or whores if we're not going to be f***ts about it.
And the whole voting thing is an opinion. I don't agree with it, but it's an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't vote. I'm not allowed to.
I don't think that would have been allowed, years ago. I just don't. I think that would have been removed from the platform swiftly.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like this woman now. I mean, I never really knew who she was, but now I don't like her. And I think Elon might have made a big mistake here.
Yeah, he dipped that dick in the wrong vagina.
Yeah, never stick your dick in, crazy Elon. Now, just before we go, do you think that Ashley St. Clair in that clip looked like she was 7 months pregnant?
It's hard to tell. She's wearing the biggest blazer with shoulder pads I've ever seen.
Yeah, this guy tweets, in June 2024, Ashley St. Clair made an appearance on Trigonometry. She's saying she gave birth 5 months ago. Shouldn't she have been super duper pregnant in this podcast from 7 months ago? I mean, it's an interesting question, but I guess you make a fair point. She could be just covering it up.
Oh yeah, that's a humongous coat and a really short skirt. She's just distracting everyone with her legs.
Yeah, and I don't think Elon Musk is going to let that shit slide by. Like, I don't think there's actually no baby. I mean, to be fair, she might not be crazy, but fucking hell, she's really annoying. Imagine publicly announcing this shit like that and then saying, Elon, we've been trying to contact you for days.
Elon seems like the kind of guy who would force an NDA on any woman he wants to potentially sleep with.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, but he obviously hasn't.
All his lawyers are like smacking their heads like, fuck's sake, Elon, this is number 13. How many times have we told you?
Yeah.
Sign the NDA, bitch.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Is she going to go nuts? Is she going to become more and more crazy?
She needs more money for diapers.
Yeah, or is she just going to take the check and shut the fuck up? Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much to this video's sponsor. Pick up some NMN anti-aging and NAD Plus at blackforestsupplements.com/bearing. All right, visit SugarTits. She has a channel.
Yes, I do.
And we'll catch you next time. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Recession!